Hello everybody, this is Sampada Agarwal here. It's time to share a little bit of art. Today is day 8 and I was thinking of what tangle to do, and it so turns out that today is a very auspicious day by the Hindu lunar calendar. It's called Ratha Saptami, which is essentially a day when the sun god is prayed to. So I was thinking of a tangle that kind of looks like a sun in a very broad sense, so to say. And I think I have found one. And the tangle which we are going to work on is called VOXTER. VOXTER, and it is by Carole. She is a wonderful CZT, and I'm so glad that I'm doing one of her tangles. Now you might be wondering what this notebook is all about. It just so turns out that I'm going to be I'm running out of my tiles essentially. So I figured, and in the interest of keeping all my work in one place, I thought this would be a good notebook to work in. This is a really nice quality Moleskine book, which is 3.5 inches by 5 inches, and so I thought I could scribble on the side and we could have enough room as much as a tile, so it kind of works really well. So I'm going to stick to this notebook going forward so that I have all my tangles in one place, and just going to use a portion of this paper to work on my tangles. So again, let us begin with the basic steps of the Zentangle method, the first being gratitude and appreciation. So I'm truly grateful for this opportunity and appreciate you all taking the time to share what I have shared this time with me so that we can explore tangling. All right, so the first step, as we always do, is make corner dots and then connect them using our pencil so that we create a border, and the border kind of defines the space where we will do our tangle, right? So now, because as I mentioned, we are going to work on a tangle that kind of looks like a sun, I'm just going to put a dot here so that I can kind of orient myself and say, okay, this is the center of the tile. It doesn't have to be, but I figured let me start with the center. So VOXTER is a really simple tangle. All you have to do is make concentric circles, or well, I should not say circles because I spoke to you before about that. We call them orbs, and these orbs actually do not have to be uniform, even if it is, and I'm going to kind of go a little haywire with this deliberately just to kind of show you that it does not matter how your orbs turn out to be. And one thing you could do is, watch where you have to go rather than where you're going. I think that helps me. I hope it helps you too. So essentially what we have done here is just done a bunch of concentric circles. The circles, the number doesn't matter, the distance doesn't matter. All that matters is that we have this set of orbs, right? And now we just begin by making this one inside with lines just coming out, and you can make them as busy or as far apart. And then just pick one direction and then make lines going out like so. Again, you don't have to make them all together, you can kind of space them out. Then the next circle, you change the direction Okay, so you are going to kind of keep changing the direction, and you can just kind of make them all random. The third one, again, you change direction. This next one, again, you change the direction. And then again you change direction. And if you feel your chevrons, they are kind of looking like chevrons, right? If your V's or chevrons are too far apart, then you can always add more. I could just add one more here. I could add one more here. One more here, whatever. And so this is just the basic tangle, and of course we have to do our shading. Without the shading there is no fun, right? So I'm just going to begin with my innermost circle, getting a nice graphite spread. And then the next one, I'm just going to add the pencil mark on one end of it. Right. Similarly, the one after that, I'm going to again put the graphite marks on the inside, like so. For the next one, maybe because it is so narrow, I'm actually going to skip that and instead put the graphite on the outside, right? Let's see how that looks. I don't know. I've not tried it either. That's interesting. Yeah, not bad. And again, I'm going to add the graphite on the inner circle of the outermost set. Right? And now again, I use my blending stump, or tortillon as it's called, to spread the graphite and do a little bit of shading here. And just to kind of finish it off all, I'm just going to add one final line of graphite and see how that looks. I think it's going to look okay. What do you think? Yeah. So I'm going to add this graphite all around. And see how beautifully this blending stump just spreads the graphite. Right? There we go. And I think this kind of looks like a sun to me. So as I said, in honor of the sun. I know the sun is worshipped in a lot of cultures. The Egyptians do so. I already mentioned in India they do so. And why not? I mean, the sun is the one source of energy for us, right? So this is honor of the sun, and this is what the tangle is. VOXTER by Carole. And you can always add some more nuances to it if you wanted to. You could make these lines a little thicker, or you could double them up, or you can add a lot of variations to this basic tangle, right? So now I'm going to just add my chalk to it, and I'm going to write down why we did what we did. So today is Rath Saptami. So we worship the sun. And of course I didn't put the date, today's date. So let me go ahead and add it here. 8th February 2022. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this tangle, VOXTER. That to me, it made me look like the sun to me, and that's the reason why I picked this tangle up. And tomorrow maybe what we can do is, we have got enough tangles that we have done, right? If I were to just go over all the tiles that we did, we started with what did we start with? Yeah, we started with leaflet, right? Then we went on to a variation of leaflet. Then first, second, third we did munchin, and then fourth we did flux, which we added to an instrument called the veena because it was Vasant Panchami. And then we did flukes and tipple, right? And then we did poke root and poke leaf along with a little nightingale in honor of Lata Mangeshkar. And then yesterday we did holly bough and a little bit of tipple, and I promised I was going to finish it, so here it is, finished. So this is a 3Z tile, a triangular tile, and now we are into this notebook. So let's continue in this one, and I will meet you tomorrow. And thank you so much all for joining. Have a good evening. Thank you. Namaste.